Hello and welcome back to another episode of Project Bedrock. Last week I spent a lot of time editing, and when I was finished, I just wanted to play the game. So I started building. And I ended up building a clock tower, and it's here because I wanted something to be inviting and doubles as sort of a gatehouse. At the same time, I needed it to be large enough to balance the iron farm that would be to your right. Initially, I had about 8 hours of footage, and I was going to show you quite a bit of it, but after going through the editing and watching it, it was so boring. I couldn't stand it. So I thought I would spare you the boredom and show you the end result instead. So let me go sleep quickly through the night, and then I'll show you what I finished in the daylight. As we come out here, you'll see there are a lot of blocks that are the same in the iron farm, and that was intentional because I want things to look like the people built them with the resources at hand. But I've changed some of the details because things like this weren't always built by the same people, so details would have varied. The clock face was originally stripped birch, but luckily xRsBuiltx opened his shop just in time, and I bought bone blocks from him. And in my opinion, it makes the clock face look so much better than it originally did in the stripped birch. Since I'm just building all of this on a whim, I really have no plan on what the bottom is going to look like. And I think that's going to take a little bit of time. So until then, I am just kind of covering it up with some bushes and a half-finished water stream, some flowers, and a little bit of a pathway until I can really figure out what I want to do with it. So in the meantime, I want to do something else. Now, my enchanted bookstore has been doing quite well, but it's starting to slow down a little bit. So now I think it's time to take on my next business venture and maybe start selling dyes, flowers, and sea pickles. It's time to open the French pickler. Now, I built this flower farm a little while ago, and for some reason, I forgot to put it in my video. But since we are going to open the French pickler, now is a great time to show you how it works. This is a design by xRsBuiltx. It's not his manliest flower farm in Minecraft Bedrock, but it is a good one. This, I think, was his 7x7 farm, and the other one that he has is 5x5, I believe. I will leave the link in the description box below. It is super easy to build. It took no time at all. And what you want to do is just put the bone meal in here, place down your flour, flip the lever, and wait. As you see, you're going to get a lot of flowers in no time at all. It's so fast. I like flick it off here. And it's in there. Like flowers. And you just go along, and you can either break these or just pick them up with the next set of flowers you make. But it's such a cool flower farm for such a little short amount of time to build. I love it. And I still haven't finished the outside, but I'll get to it soon. Now down here, I did end up putting in the sea pickle farm under the clock tower. And I wanted to show you how it worked. This design was by One Man, One Game, and it will also be in the description box down below. But what you do is, of course, put the bone meal in the dispenser and flick the lever. Give it just a minute, and you will see sea pickles. And initially in the tutorial, he has you put a barrel here. But since I am going to be stocking the shop, I decided to put a shulker box here so I can just grab the shulker and go out to the shop and stock the shop. And speaking of stocking the shop, let me take you out to the shop. Okay, I am going to land here, maybe, on top of Sea Monstera's trees to show you the French pickler. I hope you can tell, but this is a beret. It may need work in the future, but it's supposed to be a beret and 3 sea pickles. So, come in here, and I will have barrels with signs on them, much like I did here in the Enchanted Bookshop. So it'll be easy to grab the dyes or the flowers or the sea pickles or whatever else I might have for sale inside here. Hopefully that'll help make some money. Now, I recently reached out and asked for some help with these walls on the doors of the iron farm. And what I asked was to have them go down or up when you push the button or step on the pressure plate. And no, this is not a pressure plate. It was at one time, but a spider came in, stood on the pressure plate, and let like 6 zombies in, which kind of defeats the purpose of the wall. But anyway, the wall is here because xRsBuiltx came over and built the wall while I was AFK. And here's all of his redstone magic, and I have no idea how any of it works. But it works wonderfully, and it's exactly what I had asked for. So thank you, huge thank you to xRsBuiltx for putting it together and keeping us safe while we AFK here. And hopefully we could pay him back with something sometime soon. So speaking of iron farms, I have been AFK for quite a bit lately. I wanted to build a fence with anvils and cauldrons and also add in some chains and iron bars. But unfortunately, it just didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted it to. And I don't mind it as much when it's all the same level. But in real life, it's not going to be on the same level. And I don't want it to be on the same level. So when you get changes like this, it just doesn't flow correctly for me. And I'm not that happy with it. Plus, the floating lampposts off the anvils is not really that cool looking. And we're just not going to talk about that guy. So in time, I think I'm going to go back and knock it all down and start again with it. And maybe if you have any ideas, you can leave a message for me in the comments. Give me some ideas. I'm always open to something new. Now, on my next episode, I think I'm going to try to figure out some sort of squid farm so it can offer ink sacs and black dye to the French pickler shop that we're going to be opening. And I also want to work on this house. It's facing the wrong direction now. You have this grand walkway into the place and a house that is facing the wrong direction. I want it to be facing forward instead of sideways. But at the time when I built it, I just needed a place to run in and, sleep real quick because I was getting killed pretty easily. Now I think it's time to change it around. There's nothing on the inside keeping me from, changing it around because I still haven't done anything to the inside. But I think the outside hopefully will be easy. I'm basically just thinking of switching outside for that. But we'll see. I may have to build something out here and put the door on and stuff. So it might, make the inside a little bit bigger. But I do need to find a place to start organizing my storage because things like this are getting a little bit ridiculous. I've just got, stuff scattered everywhere. I need organization, and it's making me crazy. Now, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this week, but I appreciate you stopping by once again. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot, and I can't wait to see you again next week. Bye-bye.